You need to pay very close attention to me because you have approximately 1 week left to take advantage of this mega opportunity. I'm projecting this particular launch to do a minimum 50x and a maximum of just over 100x from the pre-sale price. In this video, I'm going to share with you the next best thing since ETH-BASE to launch on Virtuals. That's just the facts. They are an official partner with Virtuals. This agent is going to play a pivotal role in the upcoming ACP protocol or Agent Commerce Protocol from the Virtuals team. Guys, this is big shit. Pay attention or get left behind. So without further ado, let's go bank that coin.
Francis Dhun, Uncensored.
Welcome back to another episode here at Francis Dhun Uncensored, where we do have tomorrow's newspapers today, but y'all already know that. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, like, and more importantly, smash the bell notification buttons so you don't miss out on exclusive content just like this episode that's truly going to put you ahead of the pack when it comes to the next best thing in crypto. And that's what we do best on this channel, starting with this project, which truly is the next best thing since ETH-BASE. I'm literally expecting us to do a bare minimum 50x and potentially over 100x. This is not hyperbole. This is not clickbait. We showed you guys Nico. I said that how I think it's going to do over 10x. Sure enough, it did 25x, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, guys? That's our first out of 4 picks. And this now here, we're adding 2 of those 4 picks, making it 5. This particular one, like literally, it's not just me. I think like when everybody starts to hear about this, everybody's going to be bullish on this more than anything that's readily available on the market, guys. Enough of the chit-chatting. Let's get on with the content. So the project in question, ladies and gentlemen, is this last one right here. Axel Rod, hella bullish, and you're going to see why. 7 days, 21 hours, 30 minutes to start pledging your points and submitting your virtuals to get into the pre-sale. That's what we're gunning for, and I'm sure that's what everybody else will be gunning for as well. Now, why would I even say, oh, well, minimum 50x, and I think it's going to do over 100x. Am I looking for views? No, I ain't looking for views, bro. Check this out. This is BIOS, right? BIOS launched at a market cap of roughly 150,000, okay? And if we do the basic math on that, and where this all-time high was of 19.5 million market cap, so we'll go like this. We'll go 19.5, okay, divided by, it was roughly at that time, 150,000 was the starting market cap. And this did over 100x coming out of the Virtuals protocol new system with the Virgin points and the Genesis launches, okay, guys? So you can't tell me that how, well, you know, it's never been done before. 100x is just out of the realm of possibility. It literally did that, okay, already. A project already did 100x, okay? So you just saw BIOS, right? This is not hyperbole. We got another one, Nyko, or NYKO, which we brought to your attention before the results were in, before anybody owned a single token. And sure enough, Nyko did exactly what we thought it was going to do, and then some. So the all-time high here was 5.41 million. We'll just go this, okay, divided by, this one had a higher market cap. Let's give it 200k, okay, and that did 27x. The high was actually a little bit higher than that. It was 5.86, but we'll just go with the lower end of that. So 27x all day long. And these projects are great, the ones that are doing these XRs, but they're not partnered with Virtuals, okay? They also are not a part of the ACP or the Agent Commerce Protocol, which is the bigger picture. This is what the Virtuals team has been driving into our heads since December, late December, early January of this year and late December of last year. They said that how they are working towards a much bigger picture where they see these agents working together with autonomous businesses with no human intervention involved. Just strictly AI agents running these businesses. And ladies and gentlemen, this particular one, ticker AXR, is on the forefront of all of that. And it's going to be a key player in this particular protocol. So let's read a little bit about Axel Rod before we get to more exciting information on why I'm excited about this and why you should be too. So Axel Rod is the flagship agent of ETH-BASE, an official partner, these guys, with Virtuals, which I'll show you very soon. Your AI native hedge fund manager, remember this, okay? Very important. He removes emotion from trading, executing strategy-based risk-adjusted allocations across DeFi. Powered by two core systems, MCP, Model Context Protocol for internal logic, and ACP, Agent Commerce Protocol. Agent Commerce Protocol, I gotta drive that in your heads, get used to it. For external agent collaboration, from managing your risk profile to activating the right agents for each investment, Axel Rod does more than just copy alpha. He builds the entire flow around it. Madness. And this is the team. I don't know if you guys seen him before, but he is known, and he's been in the dark for some time, and they're coming out into the light, letting us know what they've been cooking, all right? And, this guy, founder and product strategist with 8+ years of experience across CeFi and crypto trading infrastructure, held key roles. I could imagine, right, which I'm going to show you guys very shortly, that these guys, since they're an official partner with Virtuals, you can imagine like this guy's docs, but one could imagine that the Virtuals team actually doxed him already, right? I'm sure they had a Zoom call. That's how it works behind the scenes. But, on the front pages, he wants to be doxed. Behind the scenes, I'm sure that the Virtuals team has already seen his face and know who he really is, okay? So let's take a look at this over here. This is AIXVC. Okay, the entity behind that AI agent, let's just call it, okay, guys? But check this out. On April 15th, AIXVC partners with Virtuals. We're teaming up with Virtuals.io, which is the official Twitter account for Virtuals, to scale agent coordination across the Agent Commerce Protocol, ACP. We are claiming our seat as the hedge fund manager of the autonomous economy. Guys, this is freaking giving me goosebumps right now. So we saw wave 1, which took place in December of 2024. All kinds of gains. Go check my videos around that time from December, Christmas time to say January 7th. Mad gains were being made over there. Wave 1. Wave 2 is happening right now, okay? One could argue wave 2 is happening right now with these virgin points and how these tokens are just printed, right? Coming out of the Genesis launch. Well, when ACP goes live, I don't know if that's going to be part of wave 2 or a whole new different wave like wave 3, but we're going to see bullish times. We're going to see the results of AI tech, right? Where we're having agents working, collaborating together with no human intervention, just autonomously, okay? That's going to be crazy. And when that happens, you need to know when to pick the right agents, because the agents from December and early January, the ones I just mentioned, they will die out. Those agents were cool and they showed us what was possible with artificial intelligence and machine learning, but now we're going into more sophisticated areas, right? We're going to see that work, it's going to be 2.0 here, and those agents were cool, but right now, if you're not a part of this ACP, platform, I don't think you're going to be worth that much. So you need to target the ones that are going to have a role here, right? So this guy is a hedge fund manager. There's going to be an influencer. There's going to be a trader. There's going to be all kinds of different kind of stuff here going on that you need to know which ones are going to be the guys that are actually going to play a role there, and how can I invest into them as soon as possible, as early as possible. And that's exactly what you got going on over here. So there you go, official partner with Virtuals, okay? And here we go. This right here is very important. So Virtuals on February 19th also pinned a message talking about these autonomous businesses, okay? So autonomous businesses are here, powered by the Agent Commerce Protocol, or ACP. They were telling us, be on the lookout for this. This is what we're working towards. We're not just going to be a platform where you launch AI agents. We're much bigger than that, and this is what it is. An open standard for multi-agent commerce and coordination, leveraging the blockchain. Now get this, right here, okay, on the 6th line. Imagine an autonomous hedge fund business. I repeat, imagine an autonomous hedge fund business. What the heck is this guy? Axel Rod is the flagship agent of AIXVC, your AI native hedge fund manager. And right here, hedge fund business. So the only example, or at least the example they gave on the 6th line in that pinned tweet, was referencing to a hedge fund manager as an example. And sure enough, Axel Rod is a hedge fund manager. I don't think it could be more obvious than that. So let's come on over to Axel Rod, and this is his Twitter page. Let me give him a follow. Okay, 274 followers. He's fresh, brand new. This meta is only going to grow more and more, and I'm sure he'll get more followers. So take a scroll, see what he's been saying, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and this is the guy, once again, the team member behind this particular AI agent as well. Okay, so you can scroll on and get a little bit more feel for him and his vibe. Go ahead, definitely check out his posts. I'm sure you could get like insights to what's to come. All right, so the question now remains, how do you actually get this, right? As I said, if you're going to participate into the pre-sale, well, you're going to need 3 things, really. You're going to need Virgin points, okay? You're going to need virtuals, which is a cryptocurrency, and also you're going to need base Ethereum, okay, for gas. A lot of new people, I guess, I see in the comment section are asking, how do we invest? How do we get this? This part of the video is for you, all right? So I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So Virtuals Protocol, this is the platform in query that's launching AI agents, and they have their own cryptocurrency. Virtuals is on Base. Base is an Ethereum L2 network, okay? So you're going to need Virtuals Protocol to get into this. And when you come over to the markets, it'll tell you the various centralized exchanges that support Virtuals. You could also get Virtuals on Uniswap. Okay, guys? That's Uniswap, the decentralized exchange, okay, on Ethereum, okay? You can get him over there, right? Over here now, this is a bridge that I use that's very reliable and fast. It's relay.link/bridge. I'll leave the link for you in the description box. Over here is where you could swap a lot of different cryptocurrencies for ETH-BASE, okay? You're going to need ETH-BASE for gas. All right, so it's very simple how it works. You connect your wallet. You'll see your wallet address over here. And if you have Solana in your wallet, or if you have regular, Ethereum L1, whatever it is, you choose that over here, okay? Like I have chosen, Solana. And then I want Ethereum base. You could also select a wallet address, any wallet address that you want the Ethereum base to go to if you don't want it to go to the same one that's connected, or you can use your already connected wallet. I'm sure most of you will be using that. And then you go ahead with the transaction. This particular bridge is very fast and effective, and it just works. So I'll recommend the Relay bridge to you guys. Okay, as I said, you're also going to need points. So let's take a look at this section over here. If you click this button, the points button, it's going to bring you over here, all right? So there's various different types of points. So you got something called the trencher points. Earn points by trading in sentient and prototype agent tokens. So I'll show you guys that area and where you can do that. Then there's something called yapping points. Earn points by yapping about your virtuals on Twitter. There's virtual points. If you just hold the virtuals cryptocurrency in your wallet, you'll get points. And also if you stake Vader, you'll also get points. So Vader is an AI agent that came out of the virtuals ecosystem. And if you go to vaderai.ai and you have a Vader tokens in your wallet, which is on Base, okay, guys, you then come on over here and then you specify how much you want to stake. Okay, enter the amount, enter the duration, and you just confirm that that execution for this stake amount. Then you're staked and you'll start to collect points that way. Okay, virtual points, as I said, just have virtuals in your MetaMask or Phantom wallet. Yapping points, okay, so yapping points is essentially you promoting these projects or the virtuals ecosystem on Twitter. And what you need to do is you need to also, have the ticker of the token. So, $BIOS, $roast for Bernie, $AXR, right, for Axel Rod. And when you're logged in, so press this connect button, log in with your MetaMask or your Phantom wallet, you're then going to be inside the back office. When you click the connect button, you will be able to connect your Twitter account to the virtuals platform over here. And then you click submit now button over here to then submit your tweets, right? So you just follow these instructions, then go to Twitter, copy and paste your tweet over here, press OK, and follow the basic instructions to then have a shot of getting these Virgin points sent to your wallet address over here, okay? Now, it takes about 3 days. Every 3 days, the Virtuals team will then issue these Virgin points for yappers. So you need to wait at least 72 hours for all of this. Okay, so Treasure points, what does that mean? Treasure points is essentially just AI agents. So they got the Genesis launches, which is right here. You can go to Ended, and then you'll see the ones that's currently being traded. And all you have to do is just click the icons, okay, of any AI agents, which will then open up the app. Over here is where you're going to trade, right? You connect your wallet. I've already showed you how to get virtuals on ETH-BASE. That's what you'll be using to be trading these tokens. These tokens have already ended and successfully migrated over, okay? So this is where they could grow to higher market caps. But nonetheless, over here is where you could trade for these different tokens. You could use virtuals, or you could even use USDC-BASE as well, okay? Or Ethereum-BASE. And, you know, it works like any swap function. If you're familiar with Phantom on Solana, it works the same way. You just specify how much units of virtuals you may want, maybe 1,000, and it tells you how much Nico you could get, and then you just execute that trade. And then within 24 hours after the snapshot, you should start getting points, all right? The same is true if you just wanted to get already existing sentient agents. Okay, you could come down over here. You'll see Vader AI. Right here, you'll see AI XBT. You click him, and then you trade, you hold him until the snapshot, and then you should get some points. And that's essentially how you get the points. That's how it all works, okay? You trade AI agents, whether that be sentient agents, that's Genesis launch agents that already went live, or what have you. You hodl that until the snapshot takes place, then you get points. After you get your points now, you then now need to come on over, okay? Let's go to this section. Genesis launches, you look for the upcoming, all right? And say you want to get into Axel Rod or even Bernie AI, which I'm very bullish on as well. Second bullish on this, most bullish on this. You then will now click here, okay? When this timer, you know, reaches to 0 days, 0 hours, 0 minutes, it counts down. You will then need to pledge your points, right? So read this on the right-hand side over here. It tells you how it works. Pledge your Virgin points to receive an estimated token allocation up to a cap of 0.5% of the total supply. Commit your virtuals. So you first pledge your points, then you commit how much virtual units you want up to a maximum of 566. And once that new timer that will then start the countdown for 24 hours reaches 0, you will see how much of this allocation you will receive. So I've already explained how to do this in my first Virtuals Virgin Points video. I'll leave that card right here on the end screen, guys. Super bullish on this AI agent, and literally I'm expecting minimum 50x on this, possibly over 100x. Let's see what happens. We all have 1 week to prepare, and during the course of that 1 week, I'll be making more videos. So you know what? There ain't really much left to say other than, until our next video, your ass is on your own, bro. Later.
Francis Dhun, Uncensored.